They're calling it AI employees. Who is managing those employees?
If you don't have that human brain latched onto those reports, it's the same thing as if you did hire an intern to run your, high-level finance reporting.
You treat your AI employee like you would human capital employee. They should be assigned KPIs.
So you bring up really great points, right? That each AI has a role. And so in the AI marketplace today, they're calling it AI employees. And so as you create these employees to do some of these functions, marketing, finance, creating your books, and other workflows that are manual today by people who are trained, the question then becomes, well, who is managing those employees, right? Who's hiring those employees? Right? Who's creating the job description? Who's making sure they do what they need to do, and so that they don't drift off and start doing things that's not in their job description. And so as you both of you think about that, right? We now have the AI workforce. What role comes in to make sure that those AI employees are doing what they need to be doing to bring them the maximum benefit to the operation? And also they continue to produce the results.
Yeah, I think you treat your AI employee like you would human capital employee. They should be assigned KPIs.
Amen.
You should be able to see their deliverables. My example, back to my consultancy client, right? We want a win rate of 60% or higher against those proposals that this AI agent would be drafting. Right. So that is where, you kind of set that benchmark, and then we're going to monitor it to ensure that that's happening. And if not, we know that we have something wrong, obviously, within how we built it out. So we need to go back in and re-engineer that to ensure we can see that happening the way that we designed. But yeah, they absolutely should have KPIs.
So is your AI employee going to present at the monthly meeting on the KPIs?
Yeah, absolutely. We should be able to see it in the data, right? That should be absolutely a critical part of building out and ensuring that we're scaling it the right way. So, yeah.
This is where new opportunities are arising. I think your fractional AI expertise is a perfect example of that. And I believe that even within the company I was at before I was laid off, we were starting to put people into roles of AI reviewers, right? You want to make sure that the human in the loop, my co-founder, Ryan, is that human in the loop for us. I'll see him up at ungodly hours. I'm like, well, I got a report that Scarlett did this instead of that. So the guardrails have to be put in place. And as advanced and as everybody thinks, I'm going to call them desktop AIs are, the Claudes, the GPTs, et cetera, of the world, we're not at the point where we're just going to let them run rampant. There's still a human in the loop element that is so interesting and such great jobs. We had 2 interns this summer, and part of their job was to review the reporting that came out of Scarlett to make sure that the guardrails remained. Errors happen. Errors happen, absolutely. And if you don't have that human brain latched onto those reports, it's the same thing as if you did hire an intern to run your, high-level finance reporting. Like, they're not going to know better.
Don't get rid of the employee just yet.
Right.
No, I still think that it's critical to have that human in the loop check for whoever the head of the AI agents is, and that these are going to be really interesting jobs coming up here. I mean, I can't wait to see where all of these young adults getting out of college are just going to jump right in and be able to do it.
Absolutely. So. There's a statistic out of Salesforce that says 91% of the small businesses that actually implement AI into their business, they actually see revenue growth, right? And I think we were saying that, right?
And I want to be clear. There's one thing in what is revenue growth. There's another thing in what is cash flow. So if they're able to cash flow because of it, now you're into the secret sauce
Absolutely.
of it, right? So that's where I think AI in early adoption within business dynamics is really going to be beneficial. The human capital side of it, right, does address your cash flow. So it's all in how you look at it. But I'm always of the opinion cash is king.
We're going to be best friends.
Cash is king. Well, the one thing I say, if you don't have revenue, you don't have cash. So,
but your cash can go very fast, even when your revenue numbers are
Absolutely.
high, right? So, and I do want to piggyback onto what Marcela said, because even within OpsIQ, although I have these wonderful agents within the platform, there is human capital. I have a C-suite of advisors that I curated just to ensure that what that founder is seen as a subscriber, they can vet it against what is the human capital of an Omar Ritter, who is a CFO, right? Like, so that they know that those numbers or the strategy and their thoughts to what they're going to do next is being vetted by someone who has that level of expertise.
Absolutely.
And so I agree with you, that there's still that need of having that touch point for sure. And I also believe, and I don't want to steal the show, but
go right
that
on ahead.
because of this, those students that are going to be coming out of the academia side of things, it's forcing them to have to think differently.
Yes.
It no longer can you just adjust to, and I'm not faulting anyone, my degree in essence probably is this, a general studies type mindset. You're going to have to really dig in deep into some very linear or thought processes and specific specialties. And I think that is what's going to really create the dynamic in even academia.
Mm-hmm.